This GiveIt Forms video is for Donorfy. Please be aware this demo may include features outside of your band. Profiles are a powerful way of making your donation field multi-context compliant. Let me show you what I mean. In the options panel for our donation field, we already have what we've established, all of the mappings, all of the prescribed values, our various collection options and so on. This is a solid donation field configured. We'll refer to this as profile 1. This is the first profile of all of those mappings and configurations. If though I had reason to map the donations slightly differently under certain circumstances, then I would want to achieve that with an additional profile. Profile number 2, as this top right tab is giving us here, is a direct clone of profile 1 in the first instance. But let's imagine I wanted to understand whether we're dealing with a new donor or an existing donor. There are better ways to do that than this example. This is just for example's sake. The trigger point for engaging profile 2 to supersede profile 1 is at the top of the field or is the top of the profile. It's these two fields here. We can either assign our trigger as an existing field or a yes/no field. In the form we're working on currently, there are no other fields that we can train this on, so an existing field isn't going to work. Let's set up a new yes/no field. Have you donated with us before? This will generate a brand new dynamic question field into our editor. We'll get to drag and drop that higher or lower in our hierarchy as we see fit to introduce this question contextually as it makes sense. Now let's imagine that the answer to this question is yes. Profile 2 then gets engaged. And what do we want to do with profile 2? Well, we can change anything. Any of the mappings, any of the configurations, any of the settings can adjust knowing that the answer given is yes here. So given that they've donated to us in the past, they're perhaps feeling generous, more so than usual. Maybe therefore we can inflate all of these values. Maybe the department could be I'm struggling to think of something that makes genuine sense here. Customer care, something to imply that we've dealt with them before and now they're moving up to a higher rung of stewardship and marketing and so on. Essentially, when we've created our profile and adjusted it, we'll hit done. And we get the field, this brand new have you donated with us before field question is in here. It's colored slightly differently, it's tinted slightly differently to tell us that it's an auto field. To edit it is actually just going to conjure the very same options panel for the donation field, given that that's where the configuration settings are. So it's a pseudo field in the makeup of the editor over here. You also get to see that profile 2 of the make a donation field of the donation field correlates with this question. If we were to create a third profile, they start to begin tabbed up in the top corner here. Profile 3 now exists, which is again a clone of profile 1. We would tailor that differently and so on and so on, and that would generate a second auto generated field in our view here, and profile 3 would be appended to the make a donation block. I've temporarily hopped across to another form in my account. This form already has a properly configured donation field with a second profile engaged, and the question on this engagement, the trigger question, is would you like to extend your visit into the evening? This form, in the context of this form, is ticket sales for a national park, a nature park rather. I'm going to show you what the front end rendering of this pairing of fields looks like and how it works. Okay, here's the Sunset National Park tickets purchasing webpage, and over on the right hand side, Heron adjacent, is our GiveIt form, the full ticket purchasing form. As we scroll down that form, you'll recall that we had a profile buried in here, and that the trigger point was a bespoke question. Well, here is that question: would you like to extend your visit into the evening? Now watch the donation field as I engage this. Yes, I would. The configurations on profile 2 are such that monthly giving is no longer offered. The three prescribed values here are different. And also this bit of blurb in the sub-label, donations for torches and feeding bags. It's offering a context for what your donations are going towards. There are obviously other ways to do that. This is just a very slimmed down, quick example. To unset that question, no, I would not like to visit the evening, extend into the evening, restores us back to profile 1. So we get our original amounts, monthlies back on the table. Profiles then alleviate the need to create a fresh form every time you just need to make a slight mapping difference or user experience difference attributed to the context of the questions and the various flows your users will be arriving at this form from.